And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Come on, set. H.E. Gator. Go.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Leo. Shoot.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Hey, box drop.
27. You ain't doing nothing today.
He's checking.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Go.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Bam.
On the counter, here's Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
On the ready. Hey, Alpha.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Yeah, I got you. 47's the mark, boy. 47.
Check. Hey, lock it.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
Check.
Now to the air. Lock. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Hey!
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check safety.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check. Hey, Sam off. I'm down.
Here's Johnson. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing Jones. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Hey, let's get this.
They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Wayne Goldman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. Throw left side complete. It's Arnold. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. A nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. Locke now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Set 18 Gators. Switch up. Hey, Steve 6. Check right 47. All right, T, let's go.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. His throw caught. right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Set, ready? 15, line it. 15, line it. Rock it. Hey, wahoo!
Now lock again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Jordan Willis. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
After the sack on first down, Locke under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jordan Willis picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Let's make the roll out.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And that will be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go, go, go.
Under crunch.
Check.
Go. Protein spill.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Hey, Echo.
Quarterback, D-line.
Look at me. Door.
Safe. Kill.
Hey.
On third down, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
54, right there. 54 Mike. Drop deep. Check the backer.
Gone.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Get it.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Yes.
Switch.
Hard.
Flare.
Shoot.
Now Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
10 Lobo.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on. You better bring it.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
You draw Corpus. Hey, Orbit.
54 is Mike.
Leo.
54. Watch the run.
Clear.
Watch the run.
5.
Now Jones. Off play action. That's complete to Slayton. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-4.
Watch the curl.
Here's Jones on first and 10. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Brings up second and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Giants on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
5.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Bam.
Kill.
Hey, watch it.
Hit it.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
Ready? 18 greater.
They'll run it with Johnson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Hey, let's go. Come. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey, lock it.
Tighten up.
Let's go.
Catch made by Slayton. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Jet. Hey, Sam on. Get it.
On 3rd and long, it's Lock. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter. Back deep, Golden Tate. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Ready up.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make, because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Got it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Throwing on second and long. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Not today, you are. Not today. Check.
Rock it. Yep.
Throwing on third and long. Jones. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
At their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Move.
Check 20.
Snap.
On second down, here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Look at me. Go.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So first and 10 now from the 30.
He's not going to get me.
47's the mic. 47.
Hard. On the book.
On first down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Throwing his Lock on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know.
Get it.
Here we go on 4th down with Locke. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Go, go. Shoot.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike 54. Crunch time, defense. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
5.
Jones off the play fake. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Recon, 132 fighter.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Lock now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
They go for just one here as it's up and good, and that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
and probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. And it's the Bills that have added to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Rip left, rip left.
Hey, check 24, check 24. Check 9, check 9.
There. They go.
This is Gallman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go. 10 Tucson.
54 Mike.
Tighten up.
Ready.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Giants, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons 10.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
54, line 54. I'm coming after you.
Now Jones on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Kill.
Hey, lock it.
Watch twins.
Get it.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
Blocked again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
50, plant.
47. Push him back. Push him back.
Hey, zoom.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on first down is Locke. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Makes the score Giants 20, Falcons 17. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Bravo.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike
Snap.
Throwing, Jones. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Hey. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Don't get nervous now.
Look, squeeze. Yes.
Don't get nervous.
Hey, seam 6.
Double up.
Seam dribble.
Jones now on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football right on the money.
Now a toss. This is Gallman. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Watch the screen.
Look at me. Zipper.
You got motion man right there.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
54. We ain't giving up nothing.
Rock it. Yep.
Watch that.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch.
Ready?
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go.
Protein spill.
Quick, quick. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Hey, wahoo.
Right
Yo,
there.
yo, yo, go, go.
54 Mike.
We own them. We own them.
Hut.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Go.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Hey, echo.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Now.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go.
From the gun, Jones.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And that is incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Down.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Look at me. Door, door.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Hey, Delta.
That's trash. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Better quick.
Five.
To throw is locked. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
5.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56. Watch the run.
Gone.
Shift.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Ready.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ten logo. Hey. High 7.
There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Hard.
He's back to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. But still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have 1 last shot.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 37's the mic. Mike 37. Check, 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 check.
Hey, Charlie. Go.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get to field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Mike
Now Locke. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Here's Locke to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
57, Mike, 57.
Hey, lock it.
Hey, you don't understand me.
Locke looks to throw it again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big 1st down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that 1st down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Switch.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Let's go. 30 base.
I got you, pop.
Look, screen.
Check.
Lead grip.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. Shotgun snap to Locke. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Sanders' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown. Finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Hey, Delta.
54 is Mike. Check, check. One, go. 54.
Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Motion, reset.
5.
Mike's by 4.
Get it.
Jones from the gun. He'll throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Falcons will take control of the football.